Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready for the queen of Kenyan comedy? Single ladies, make some noise. Gentlemen, make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, roll together, make some noise for Mammito. Let's go!
What's happening? Nani ameleta watoto kwa ishi? Waone wenzake. Cheza na toto, cheza na toto. Hey! You're all looking beautiful. Aww. I know, right? Haters walikuja kuona mapua. Twende tuone kama ni real ama ilikuwa makeup. Wow. Watoto. Nice. So sitaongea vitu nilikuwa niongee. God damn it. How you guys doing? Yeah? Na hii economy. Nikaamua. Ndio huyu. But guys, don't judge me. Unga ilikuwa 100. You all know, we all know. Unga ilikuwa 100. Man is too era. I have fallen short of the economy. So just to see you. Look at me, I'm looking nice, eh? I can see this guy looking at me like, hey, ningemuongelesha kitambo. Hole wako. I'm taken now, nimeenda. Sasa niko na dimori. You came here for one thing, to support this child. Support an African child. For the first time you guys are supporting an African child. You know what that means, eh? Through everything, that is beautiful. My mom also is in the crowd, guys. Maitoweko. Hajo. Ooh, my mother. She has never come to my show. None. Hajawai kuja show yangu ingine. But the minute I got pregnant, she came here for her grandchild. Isikudanganye. Amekuja hapa juu finally ameitwa Chocho. She was very happy. She was very happy when I got pregnant and I told her the news. She didn't even ask who the baby daddy is. Nilienda nikamwambia mam nene. Ako, hey, finally ninaitwa Chocho. That's all she's ever wanted. Finally mom umeitwa Chocho. Ndio huyo. She was so happy. Na amekuja hapa to take care of the grandchild. She even called me. Usivai hizo high heels, ninaona unavaa hizo high heels. Uaguche my grad shoulder. You know, because I'm 31, yeah? I don't look like it. Sindio? Naka 26. Yeah? 21. Naka 21. I'm 31. And 31 in Kenya as a woman. Sasa inaonekana wewe ni mkongwe. Utembe na kijiti uko Moriega. Mnaendelea vizuri. 31 to my mom, that was too old. She was suggesting, and Africa, especially Kenyan moms, when you get to 27, that's it. Wanataka kuitwa Chocho. Nothing else. That's all they think about, yeah? Ata my mom was thinking about that. They have 3 steps that they do it. The first step is they start suggesting. You just go there, alafu you hear, unajua hata Mary akona katoto. Very beautiful. Alikuwa anacheza nako kwa kanisa. Looking gorgeous. The second thing is now they start hooking you up. If they see at you are not understanding what they want, they start hooking you up, calling you. My mom called me once. She was like, hello, unakubuka Kiarie? Ure mrieda na yeye nursery. Unamkubuka, such a lovely, God-fearing man. Imagine, bibi yake ametuacha. Na alikuwa na katoto kadogo, kenye kaneza niita chocho. Niko mama kijameni. After that, when you don't do anything now, they start threatening you, Unampigia tu simu for no reason. Uko mam, uko aje leo? Niko vizuri, karibu nigogwe niaguke kabla niitwe chocho. Unajua hata hii maidi itamea ipade na sitakuwa nimeitwa chocho. That's all they want to do. Niitwe chocho. But mom, unaona mom now penye niko Nice, nice place. Umeona hizo choo? They're nice places. Yeah, because I grew up with my mom in Kibera, guys. She raised me in Kibera. You can see, we lived in this one-room house that had KDF cockroaches. You know there's that rule kwa cockroach, where kama lights ziko on, as a cockroach, don't walk around mbele ya wageni. You know that rule? And then when the light is off, that is when you go feeding, right? It's a cockroach rule. But these cockroaches za Kibera, saa 7, wakati wa mama wa chama wamekaa hapo. That is when they are walking around. Buda, mko sawa, Kunaendeleaje huku? Saa 7, everyone is there. And these cockroaches were big with, the tough skin. We fed those cockroaches to a point those cockroaches started believing in themselves. Hadi zina fly. A cockroach, I believe I can fly. A cockroach, unaiona ndio ile. Mente. They were not even eating food anymore. They were now chewing books. You are like, now these cockroaches, zimefika pahali zinataka kuji-educate, they evict us. Living in Kibera was hard, was challenging because of washrooms. We had to pay 5 shillings to go to washroom. So you have to be very sure you are going number 2. There is no way unatumia pesa 5 shilling kuenda number 1. So you need to be very sure. Now that I travel around I go to these fancy washrooms. Zile zingine za Kibera zilikuwa zinaitwa toilets. Yeah? Now I go to washrooms. Nice washrooms. Hey! That's the only thing I look at. Nice washroom. And the more fancy, the more 5-star the hotel is, the more complicated the tap of that thing is. Umeienda huko sijui Serena, wherever, you go to the washroom, you're like, what should I do? I am used to tap open, tap close. Shasha. Unaenda huko ni nini nafaa niweke wapi mkono. And then in those washrooms, there's always that woman looking at you. And akupe tissue according to your size. Just looking at you like, unataka kuenda choo. ile wakati I was a smaller girl. Anakupe hiyo washroom. And then, you know, you're trying there, or you've gone your thing, umejaribu kuosha mkono, and then she's over there. Iyo ni ya sensor. Unaweka sensor, tena sensor iwork. You're trying to, you are supposed to leave it. You're just like, how do I turn it on? How do I turn it off? Like, hey. You're there twerking for the tap. That was Kibera. What? I've seen crime. In Kibera, it was so bad. It got to a point where they pick you up. They don't steal from you. Wanakuibia ukiwa juu. By the time they put you down, hauna chochote. God damn. But my mom was stressing me that about being called a chocho. She was like, she was wondering, kwani huyu afanyi anything? Ndio niitwe chocho. But guys, I was doing things. I was doing things. Mom, wacha nikuambie ukweli. Nilikuwa ninajitolea muhanga. 7 ways of satisfying a guy. I have done them before. I've even dated white guys. Never again, never again. I see one white guy there, never again. Mimi, I have washed my hands. White guys, first of all, you know, the problem of dating white guys is me, I think in my local language. When I am thinking where? In Kikuyu. Alafu ndio I translate in Sheng. Alafu Shembe Teng. So it's a process. So every time I am buffering, niko 2G, nimekwama huko Nyeri. And then, you know, there is a time you just get angry, but you are angry in Kikuyu. So my babe was there, my ex was like, hey, what happened? Can you explain? He goes, is this one who hasn't need me while I was carrying? Nekioyo. Tokagie. He's like, baby, I don't understand. You do not understand because you are niningi. Hey? That was me when I got angry. But also, white people are weird. Not weird in a bad way, but they have this thing called open-mindedness. Kamae, never again, never again. I wanted to go to Germany. I said, no more. I don't want to go to that Germany. Hey. And then he came and asked me, babe, are you open-minded? I was like, what is being open-minded? Guys, he said it. Now my mind is closed. I'm never opening my mind again. Because tell me why you should suck someone's toes. Sucking someone's toes. Mwah, mwah. Someone's vidole vya muguu. Ati romance. Me, Wanjiro from Moranga. Mwah, mwah. Sucking some. Have you seen our roads? Sucking someone's toes. Yeah? I'm not sucking someone's toes. And do you know you can tell if somebody has been raised in poverty just by looking at their toes? If you see that last kato, iko hivi peke yake, is just alone. Imetoka kwa kiatu. Iko me, I am more than a toe. Iko tu hivi najifikiria, I need to do better. Hug that person. Huyo amepeleka familia yao yote shuleni. And then I suck someone's toes. Some people have 6 nails on their toes. And iko tu uko ina dance hivi. Kudade, akivaa slippers. Iko tu kudade, anakudeda. And then I suck someone's toes. Mwa for a visa. Kei kare. Staki your visa. Sucking someone's toes. Some people hata ukiwaangalia sahi watu watoe socks. They don't have a nail on that last toe. Wakienda pedicure, wanapakwa juu ya skin. Ati madam yako it's okay. And then I suck someone's toes. Ati because of Germany. Wacha ikae. Mwa. I'm not sucking toes. Ati sucking someone's toes. Some people, and then you have gone iyo tabia from Germany, you take it to Moranga. You go suck someone's toes. They have jiggers. Did you know? Sasa umegonjeka another disease. Uko among the 001 wa kuonekana in the disease. Ati sucking someone's toes. Mwa. I'm not sucking toes. Na kuna ingine they did inaitwa BDSM. Jehovah God. Yeah? Mama, I have really tried. I am confessing now. Iyo ya kupigwa na kaboko. Mimi gai. Jehovah. Horeto bara. Gai. Aliniambia, are you open-minded? Nikasema, whatever for the visa. Nikaenda nikajiseti. Alinipiga nikakumbuka PTSD nikiwa primary school. Alinikipiga pap nikasema, gai, Mr. Kiarie. Kumbe I have not healed from my primary school trauma. Hati BDSM. I am not sucking toes, but I have really tried. So mamujue, I have tried everything. Hadi wa Congo I have dated. I didn't like the same. Leo anakam with this color, kesho nini, the bleaching was a little bit too much for me. I told you guys I'm pregnant, you did not believe it, eh? Acha kwanza nikunywe maji ndio nikakojoe. I'm in that trimester where I can't hold anything. Kidogo you go pee. I told you guys I was pregnant. I announced it online and no one believed it. Right? You guys did not believe it, eh? Funny, I look like somebody who was not doing it. I was giving Steve simple boy vibes. Yeah? Na venye nimelelewa Kibera najua kuruka mitaro. Nice. But I announced it and then I was like, hey guys, I'm pregnant. People are like, lies. It's a video. Like I can joke about that during Ruto's time. Of all things. Hata mimi nilijichuna masikio nikasema, guy, Mammito, during na hii economy. But also when I knew I was pregnant, hata mimi I did not believe it. You know, I was like, hey, I'm pregnant, you know. It was astonishing, flabbergasting. I was in my Gashargwa era. Sikuamini kilichonifanyikia. I didn't know because unajua me, I am an irregular babe. Irregular, this guy is looking at me, what irregular means what? It means my days are not numbered nicely. You know now, eh? There's that and also there is heavy flow. It's getting very uncomfortable. Stop it. No, lazima leo mjue about the female body. Yeah. So I didn't know, right? So I was like, hey, when did I last see my periods? When my periods were like, by the way, babe, when did you last see us? And then I knew kimeumana. Nikasema, kimefanya nini? What I did is I went to the chemist. But also I passed by wines and spirits. Because I was like, whatever may happen, whatever, I need alcohol in between. Mom, but ilikuwa tu hiyo time moja, ndio nilikunywa. I don't drink. Haikuwa na pombe, ilikuwa ile ya church. So I went to the wines and spirit. I got that. And then I got the testing kit that's for 50 bob. I got 2 of them. I was like, yeah, this is enough. I went home. I peed. And then it came 2 lines. Nikasema, woi kimeumana. Nikakunywa divai yangu. Nikasema, in my head, I was like, maybe it's because it's for 50 bob, Maybe it was contaminated, iliwekwa huko na madawa za COVID. You don't know what happened to this kid that is 50 bob, And then they also say, cheap is expensive. So mimi chombo dhaifu nikasema, kesho I will wake up early in the morning, get the expensive one for 500. Right? I did that. In the morning, nikaenda banduka hadi kwa chemist with the morning pea. They say the morning pea is the best. It has the baby's DNA. Iyo ndio itakuambia ukweli. Sasa mimi nimeshikilia hivi mkojo asubuhi niko woi hii ndio itaniambia my fate. Nikaingia, I got the expensive ones due for 500, 2 of them. Na nikaingia, I got a champagne quarter. What you guys know as chrome. Nikachukua tena champagne quarter, nikasema, me and my morning pea went, did the same test. Sasa kitu cha kushangaza ni, ati ile ya 50 bob, na hii ya 500, red zinafanana. The same color code. I was like, kimeumana. And then I thought to myself, it's not nice to self-diagnose. Who am I? Am I a doctor? Me, I'm just a comedian. Why should I trust vitu zenye ninaokota huko kwa chemist? Kujipea madawa, that is wrong. So I went straight to the hospital. Blood test, waichukue sasa ndani. Kuna mtu huko? Niambieni. Did the blood test. It was positive also. Nikaingia sasa kwenye hunters. Mimi na daktari, we had the hunters together. She was going through something. The doctor was also going through something. I don't know what it was. We drank the hunters together. But that was nice. I was like, okay, sawa, acceptance and acceptance. But I accepted, I decided, you know what, I am 31. Let me keep the baby. Right? Because also, I cannot afford IVF in Kenya. I can't afford to store my eggs in Kenya. First of all, it's expensive. Second of all, stima and adani deal. Who knows kama wataniwekea mayai yangu vizuri? I need my eggs stored nicely. For a nice fridge. See ati you go to a hospital, you are calling the hospital, hey, tokens zimeisha na my generation iko kwa fridge yenu. And the way Kenya, we like corruption. Now you need to know somebody who needs to know someone, who needs to know someone, ndio uwekewe mayai kwa fridge. And then they go and mix your eggs with other people's eggs. By the time they are fertilizing you, they are giving you a Chinese baby. Your boyfriend is like, oh, you have cheated. No, they mixed my eggs. A fridge thing. IVF, it's called IVF. Hey? After explaining those things to my mom, would be like, Udipata aje miba? Udienda kuwekewa mayai. Na how much? Kwani ugeogea na uyo kiadie? But maandamano happened, eh? Yeah? Nyi mlipigwa na tear gas, mimi nilikuwa kwenye duvet. But no, I went to the Maandamano, guys. I went to the Maandamano. But one thing we did in Maandamano is believe. Right? We all know, you, me, and everyone, your toothpaste was not working. The toothpaste was not doing anything. But during Maandamano, everyone was just like, every time you see a toothpaste, nipe. You don't care if it's working, is it what? You know, this side, in Maandamano, wale watu wenye walikuwa karibu na parliament, au walikuwa watu wakayole nini mapaipu. Watu wa Lavington, they were this side of Nation Center. Huku ndio ulikuwa unapata Nation Center wanatumia Sensodyne. Recommended by 10 dentists. Konipe Sensodyne. Na unajiwekea kidogo uko by the way ninakuanga na sensitivity. Unaweka pia kidogo ya kutumia nyumbani. Bogi Genje ilikuwa inatumia aloe vera toothpaste. Ile yenye unapeangwa 3 na toothbrush 7. Wako jipake you know. Sensodyne. You're like, hey, how are you? For the first time, people are just like, 2 different people from me like, hey, unaona venye maandamano zinaendelea. Yeah, I get it. Oh my God. Ruto must go, you know what I mean? Even Vera Sidika was there. That's why I knew it is serious. She once posted, to reject the bill. I was like, even Vera Sidika has stopped everything. For the first time ever, she was there. She was like, guys. Remember that Kenya is bigger than us. I was like, yeah, ata mimi ya now I was even ready. Guys even who came there, you know, some cute guys you are looking at, you know, cute 6-pack man. Walikuwa huko pia wanaandamana. These ones I forgot I was in a relationship. I followed him kidogo. Niko guy wa Ajiro. Kumbuka huko na mtu. Hey, but maandamano it was a nice time. Let's appreciate all the nurses that were there. That was praying you for no absolute reason. Unatembea tu, shasha, uko nia nini? Uko, you know, confused. They're just like, it's for your eyes. You're like, okay, what about Sensodyne? They're like, it does not work. Eish. I was like, yes. Big up those nurses for doing that. That was beautiful. Yeah. What has happened? Gashagwa. Mtu wa Murima. Murima kaguzwa. Manze Gachagua is going through a lot. You can see how he needs someone to talk to. Hadi now he's gone to Nyeri, ndani, just talking to wana vijiji. Just some random guys wa kijiji wa Kambe. Anawaambia what happened to him. Ati ni moradi kanagi moira maudu ma WhatsApp group. Leo daruti ruotko na dia komete. Jona removed. Dai wire nuo. Tomodo suni agunya gotko. Ni wana karoda. Uishi Gachagua. But we love him. Such a lovely soul. Wa? Ni nani huyo? Wewe unachekelea hivyo mtu wa Murima? Hata the other day he went with the seat yenye aligongwa nayo in the car. All the way to Karen. Warinifujia hii. Hii ni FDES. Aki uko uishi akisikizeni huyu mbaba jameni. But to be blue-ticked by the president hurts, eh? There's different types of hurting, but to break up like that, no, that will have hurt him. I understand that was hurtful. Hey, because there's breakups and there's that. You know, there's different types of breakups there. Yeah. Which what I'm talking about, I don't know that anymore. Single lady, yeah. Makujoku, but you'll get someone. How many are you? Single ladies, ooh. Yeah. They show the ladders. Do you, Mimi? Yeah. Also, need you, don't stay in one place. Ingia isili. That's how you will get someone. Gongana na mtu upo uisili, uko haye, you know. Like go to a highly dense, populated area. At times these people, you have to direct them. Mimi wangu nilimpata amesimama hivi kwa kona. Nikona huyu madajowe. Na venye nilijaribu kupata visa. Nikamshika. He didn't see it coming. But guys, the reason I'm doing this is mainly for the diapers. Don't forget that. Don't. I could be sleeping with other women because people are like, why are you working very hard like that? Because I am giving birth wakati washa. Nashif. And Taifa Dawa. We don't know. What is it? Is it Sha? Is it Shif? Is it Taifa Dawa? And this Taifa Dawa, hata you don't know. It has a till number that you have to put. It's just like the same way. Unezaenda, you register. I don't know. So it has a till. Hata we don't know. Look at us. All of us. Clueless. It's the same. Unezaenda kuweka hiyo till number, then upate ati tena you wewe unafaa uzalie Marsabit. According to your payslip, maternity yako iko Marsabit. My water has broken. Mimi sasa ndio hiyo kwenye ndege ya Marsabit ama tena kwenye gari za Marsabit nimeenda hivi niko guy. Jameni, now you have tena to honga someone. You have to know someone who knows someone. Ndio uzalie hata kama ni Mbagathi. Ama uweke till tena upate hiyo till uliweka ni ya National Park. Wako madam lazima ucheji hiyo. Juu hiyo si ya SHA. But I want to go, you know, the reason I'm also working hard is I want to give birth in a nice, private maternity ward. You see those maternity wards za kina wakabiwa Jesus? The ones even you can walk around, you know, with the baby. The lighting is nice. They even have a makeup artist. The bed is sijui 6, sijui queen size bed. That is what I want. I want even cameras, watu wa camera wakuje. They even have a drone. The baby comes out with a GoPro. Ati, welcome guys, come to my video as I am coming out. Hey, shh. See, zile public, you know those public hospitals you go through there, uko. Are you going to a hospital or are you being admitted again to Form 1? First of all, they give you a list of things that you need to come with. Madam, unazaa lini? June? Una need kukuja na karaye, slippers, utakuja na scissors, utakuja na uzi yako ya kuchonwa in case uraruke, na utakuja wewe mwenyewe na dawa. Na bed, you can't sleep in the bed for more than 3 hours, please. Na ukuje na pesa. Na kitabu yenyewe, exercise book ya kuandikiwa about the clinic of the child. That is public. Na venye wanashoutianga watu, have you been to a public maternity? For no reason, you're just walking around. Unaona wamama wa mimba wako tu, oi, nitazaa. Utazaa saa gapi? Unazaa saa gapi saa hii? Na haujapanuka. Utebe ndio upanuke vizuri. Wewe mama ulikuwa unatembea? Sikuwa natembea, mliniandikia nisitembe. I also want to go, like private hospitals, they even have options for you. They even ask you, do you want a water bath? You guys know water bath? They even ask you that there is an option. They're like, do you want CS? Do you want natural? Do you want a water bath? You're just like, yes, I want a water bath. Hata kama we ni walangata uko, yes, finally. Water bath. But there are other fancy things that you can't ask for. Kama wewe ni wa pipeline. You can't say that now you want to give birth in the house na water bath. Juu lazima ule mtu wa mkokoteni akuje, apandishe maji 7th floor. Na mtungi na your water has already broken. So ako, amefika wapi? 3rd floor. Wewe unaanza kupiga nduru. Waweke tena maji choko na mtungi. Wachemushe tena huko na sijui nini for it to be the right temperature. Oishe. You can't have water bath in pipeline. Sorry. Kwani wewe ni wa pipeline? Umeoga na maji ya karai, eh? Nice water bath. Giving birth, yeah. It's a blessing. Hata sijui, I wish tena mama yangu atakuwa hapo. Ndio nimwambie, guy, unaweza nifanyia this instead. Because I'm a baby. My mother's baby, yeah. Watu wa pipeline wako wapi? You're not here. Hakuna watu wa pipeline? Wako? Mko wapi? Yeah. There's also like some other things that you cannot do, like I realize I can't do right now. Like, but nani alileta watoto now? How deep can I go? But labda mlimuambia hawa watoto wananunuliwa ama what happened? What happened? I've tried also dating in Nairobi. Why? It was hard for me. It was hard. Heartbreaks za Nairobi, no. Ni mingi, eh? Madam, what's happening? I even saw another for Alma. The Alma story trending. Alma ako in the house. Where, guy, oh yeah. Alma. She's there. She was to come. Labda amemtumia fare kakula yote sasa. Where is she? Wapi? Oh, Alma woishe. Ndio huyu Alma. Guy, oh my God. Man. Ulikuwa unamnunulia kiatu, you used to, unaenda na yeye unamchagulia ama unaenda kama umempima kama mzazi? Like how was it? Oh yeah, na sijaisikia Mkamba amefanya hivyo. That is the first Kamba woman. God damn, you have, hata mimi niweke na mtoto wangu. At this point. Yeah. Wanaume Nairobi wanataka kuwekwa, eh? Ladies, is that true? Yeah? Mbona mnasema kwa upole na kumbe si Alma tu? Mko yeah. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Wanawatesa, eh? Because you can do things for a Kenyan man, eh? Especially kuna that point where you just want to get married and then you're like, maybe I am not pushing myself a little bit hard. Maybe it's me. I am the problem. Unaanza kujitolea in that house. You start cooking for this man. Unaenda una change curtains for this guy. Unaenda all the way Isili. Kugongana na watu huko Isili. Unanunua double side curtains. They don't know about double side. Unaenda kubageni na huyo mtu wa Isili yako. Haya bana, gama adagi gununua hii, agwente. Uko guy hapana mfanyia mimi bei mzuri. Anakataa kufanyia wewe bei mzuri. Unasema kama Alma, wacha ninunue tu. Unaenda curtains zina match na kiti. Alma, ulifanya hivyo? Ulimmachishia curtains na kiti? Sorry. Unaenda hadi unaingia Mudhurwa. Unasema, what do we need in this relationship? Romance. Unaenda unanunua nini? Unanunua kanini? Kabra kanafanana na kanzani. Uko linganisha. Unalinganishiwa. Ukiangalia the red is not redding, but you are wearing it either way. Ni deep red na maroon. Umenunua Kenothia's Secret. Because you cannot afford Victoria's Secret, uko uko na Kenothia's Secret, spicing up the relationship. Mudeu. Labda yeye alinunua light green. Hii ingine ni jungle, hii ingine ni light green. Na kayelo. Woishe Mudeu. Alafu after hapo yote anakuambia you are not the one. Who jameni? Who is the one? But don't worry, Mudeu. You are in this together. We look for someone for you. Leo utatoka hivyo. Huyu mtu ako na jumper. Wewe ni wa wapi? Wewe kiatu yako ni namba ngapi? Unajua kuna viatu bado. Bado uko na viatu kwa nyumba, eh? Alma. Uko na viatu hizo viatu hukuendea. Mimi hayampeti. Mimi ni juu ya viatu. Wewe unavaa namba ngapi? Juu unajua la 1, 2, yeah. Back. Kuna watu watakosa kazi. One, two, 1. Yeah? Yeah, so much better. Inakaa ile ya church. Tawala maisha yangu Bwana, tawala, tawala. Tawala maisha yangu Yesu, tawala ewe Bwana. Tawala Yesu Bwana, Yesu, tawala, tawala. Eh? They always play around with it. Kwanza kama amevaa nguo mpya. Tawala na nyumba yangu. Baba tawala. Tawala. Tawala na mume wangu. Yes. Tawala ewe Bwana. Yeah. Hii ni poa. Yeah. But also I'm working hard so that I can, buy. Nimesema bay. Finally, one thing I want to do is take my children to a nice private school. Right? Not for anything, but ndio wakule mama yangu kichwa. Finally, I get to pay back. Mama yangu wako hapo na mtoto anamwongelesha kizungu ako, Shosho, I just want lasagna. Mama yangu amepika mokimo. She's made mokimo. Shosho, what is mokimo? Me, I want lasagna. Iyo lasagna inapikwa aje? Finally, I get to win. And people now are taking people to those groups of schools. I've seen those Kayole groups of schools. Gedongori groups of school for boys and girls. Apana, guys. Let's not do that. Groups of schools. I want that. Now, Squeezy, also when you take your children to groups of school, make sure their help also knows Kizungu Kidogo. Because you are stressing them also. The help is over there. Ameshindwa Kizungu imeisha. The data bundle of Kizungu imeisha. Mtoto anacheza na moto amekasirika. You stop that one, it will kill you. Utachomwa mguu, utalia. But I also want to buy a stroller. That is the reason I'm also na divide pesa yenyu kuna ya stroller. The baby who's been carried by a stroller, they are free. Ako nje anaangalia hivi. Mtoto wa stroller. They even hata hajaguzwa pahali. They are just even kicking their legs. Nini. Mtoto wa stroller, they are raised nicely. Nyinyi sisi wote hapa sisi ni watoto wa ng'ong'o. Nani hapa amebebwa na stroller isipokuwa labda huyu mzungu? Nani nione kwa ishara ya mkono amebebwa na stroller? Sisi wote ni watoto wa ng'ong'o. And ng'ong'o, it was like incubator. It's like you are in a spa. Uko kwa joto. Na first of all, ndio ubebwe lazima urushwe kama gunia za mudu. And then they make sure they have tightened. They are even jumping to make sure you don't have freedom. Wanakuua over there wako watoto wa ng'ong'o. And then they cover you with 3. Kuna sijui kale the light one. Alafu kuna ile baby shawl. Alafu sasa kuna hiyo kiblanketi ya Kenyau. Another one. Yenye imechorwa paka over here. It's very sunny. You are in the savannah, ni Januari, uko ndani unalia nini, ako uko nifunue. And then there was always that one auntie, ukitoa hivi kichwa tu hivi kidogo, ametoa kichwa huyu. Ametoa kichwa, atapata mweke ndani na umvalishe kofia. Tena uko una sweat, uko na rashes. You have those rashes, and then watu wanasema, hapana, imagine ameagariwa na mashobaya. Hapana, ni wewe unaniua. Na hiyo duve ya Kenya huu. Tumeteseka, umenitesa mama yangu, umenitesa. Ndio maana nitamnunulia kastrola, ajione dunia. Tarora hau. Angalia hapo. Look around. But also our African our parents, but also I love them. We love them very much. Our mothers, they are beautiful. Because mothers are the only people who understand children. Hata when they are toddlers. Wanaongea gibberish. Mama yake ako, usimpe. Anataka soda baridi ya nini sahi? Sikunywe soda baridi na ivua. But also, the way they, like if you see some Western countries, the way they stop their children from breastfeeding is very fancy. They read it in books. They're like, yo, I saw it in a book. What I need is a routine. I need the baby to sleep at 8 p.m. That's what I need the baby to be doing. Work on a routine of how to make the baby stop breastfeeding. African Kenyan moms, it's war. Kwanza, there are aunties who come together to discuss on how you should stop breastfeeding. The minute you talk, unasema toto, ako uyu ni mkubwa. First of all, they start by, making you feel bad, shaming you. Every time unanyonya tu wewe ni mtoto unarusha tu hivi. Ako, bona unanyonya pui? Usinyonya hiyo ni pui, hiyo ni baya. Nyenyenyo. The baby is looking like, it's not that bad. The auntie sasa, now they, keep shaming you. Hati pui. Purely. And then after that, they go sasa to intensity. Sasa ako, amekataa kunyonya. Sasa weka aloe vera. Goga hivi na pilipili. Mwagilia ka acid. Paka kwenye nipo. Umunyonyeche. And then they get an Indian child. Asiki pilipili. Bado ananyonya. Mwa. Unasikia, now they even go to even now higher heights. Uko amekataa kunyonya, sasa mchutu mguu. Asitembee kukujia hiyo nyonyo. I know that one thing is for sure. No matter what is happening, I will deliver before Ruto. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been amazing.